single one of your sexy asses is going to have to learn to endure the challenges that come at you. Whether or not it's professionally, personal, life is going to punch you in the teeth. It's going to knock you down. But how you handle it, how you respond is the difference between people that are successful and thrive in the face of adversity and those that crumble and fail and are weak. If you expect to be successful, if you expect to achieve greatness, gentlemen, you've got to be ready. You've got to be willing to fight. And the way you're going to do that is by building your big, beautiful, badass brain, gentlemen. The first thing I want you to do to build mental strength is think of somebody who has fucked you over. Forgive them. It's time to forgive them and let it go. Who is it? Who is the person in your life that has hurt you, that is causing you pain still after the fact? Gentlemen, you've got to identify them and you've got to be willing and strong enough to forgive them. Now, it doesn't mean you've got to forget. It doesn't mean that you've got to be friends with them until you're able and willing to let it go and take ownership of your actions and your thoughts, gentlemen. You're never going to be able to move forward. And unfortunately, it is holding you down. It is holding you back from achieving your potential. The second thing that you can do to build mental strength, gentlemen, is take cold showers. Now, at first, when I heard about this whole phenomenon and idea of, oh, take a cold shower, it's going to make you feel better, it's going to make you look better, and it's going to build mental strength, I'm like, whatever, it just sucks. And the truth is, it does suck. It always sucks. Cold showers suck. And that is the reason why it is going to help you build mental strength. You do something that you know is going to be uncomfortable. Gentlemen, every time, like literally every morning when I get in that shower, I'm like, all right, this is gonna suck. I get in, I'm like, God damn, this sucks even worse than it did yet. Gentlemen, it sucks, but you do it. It's actively and knowingly putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. When you knowingly push yourself outside of your comfort zone and do something that you know is gonna suck, that's gonna be unpleasant, it's amazing what happens to your brain. It's conditioning it to understand and be able to withstand difficult problems or situations that arise in the future. Number 3, gentlemen, this is something that you guys all know that I'm a huge fan of, and that is exercising. David Goggins says that exercise does more than just work your muscles in your body. It calluses your brain. And what he means by this is that when you put yourself in the gym, right, and you're lifting, it's painful. You're enduring strain and stress. When you actively challenge your muscles, work your body, do those heavy squats, those deadlifts, not only are you challenging yourself physically, mentally, it's doing amazing things. Once again, it's kind of like the cold showers. You are physically doing something that is uncomfortable. It's about embracing the suck. You know it's going to be hard. You know it's going to be challenging, and you do it anyway. Why? Because it's going to be good for your body, but what it does for your brain is even better. The fourth easy way for you to build mental strength is to build a bigger knowledge base. Keep learning. Guys, knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you learn, the stronger you become. Whether or not you realize this or not, what I would recommend each and every one of you do is to start setting aside 30 minutes a day for learning, consuming quality information. Even if you're like pretty good at something, you can always get better. Let me give you an example, right? So I make YouTube videos, as you probably have figured out, right? If you have, drop me one of these. Anyway, I saw a class over at Skillshare the other day by our friend Nick. The class is called Speak Well on Camera, and check it out. It's only 34 minutes long. So I saw this course, I'm like, all right, Nick, let me see what you got. And it was amazing because not only does he break down the different aspects of how to actually receive better and be more comfortable in front of the camera, he talks about everything from the fact that you got to show emotions like 20% more, right? He goes into hand gestures and tonality. He talks about speed. He talks about cadence. He basically goes through and walks you through how to be amazing on camera. And this course, gentlemen, it's not just for a YouTuber. It literally is for everybody. And the reason is because we are becoming more and more video focused in terms of a society. Whether or not it's a video interview or whether or not it's a Zoom call, you cannot afford to be bad on camera. It literally took me 10 years to figure out. Nick pretty much nails and breaks down in 30 minutes. Guys, I'm going to link to Skillshare down below. For the first 1,000 of you who hit that special link, you're going to get a 30-day free trial to Skillshare. Free, like 100% free, which means do it. Like, do not wait. Guys, don't let somebody else grab your spot. 1,000 of them if you hit that link down below. The reason why Skillshare is better, in my opinion, than like everything else out there in terms of learning and community is because it's for creative people. And the other amazing thing is that all the instructors or people that are teaching the courses have been there, got the t-shirt. They're experts in their respective area. They are there solely to share their knowledge and help you get better. The other thing that sets Skillshare apart, guys, it was built and created for creative people. They've got courses in photography, UX design, music, illustration, creative writing, photography, but they also have a ton of courses in things like marketing, entrepreneurship. Recently, I took another course all about creating a better sales funnel. Sales funnels for you guys that are into marketing, like ridiculous. They've even got courses about like how to be better with Shopify. If you're somebody that wants to be an online entrepreneur, gentlemen, there's no place better than Skillshare. You can't tell I'm kind of a Skillshare fanboy. I just love it so much and I'm on it every single day. They are always adding new, amazing courses, guys. You are gonna love it as much as I do. Hit the link down below. For the first 1,000 of you, hit that link, guys. You're gonna be able to join Skillshare 30 days for free. It is an amazing opportunity. It's also an amazing community that was built and curated for learning. Guys, it's all about feeding your brain the good stuff, which brings me to the next thing that you can do in order to be mentally stronger, which is stop feeding it the shit food. Think of the content you're consuming and feeding your brain as food, right? And just like if you consume crappy food, you're gonna get man boobies and love handles and a spare tire and a dad bod, God forbid. Same thing happens with your brain. If you feed it the crappy food, you're gonna develop brain man boobs, gentlemen. But if you feed your brain the better stuff, the good stuff, the information, the knowledge that's gonna help you be better, it's gonna make you stronger. There's also a direct correlation, for me at least, by the amount of time I spend on social media and the way that I feel about myself, my self-esteem. Guys, you've got a limited amount of time in the day. How you spend it, how you consume in terms of content is going to tell me how strong you're going to become. Do you think for a second if you spend 4 hours a day surfing and flipping through TikTok that it's making you stronger? Speaking of consumption, we got to talk about the next easy thing that you can do to build mental strength, and that is cut back. I didn't say like totally like cold turkey because I know you're addicted at this point to porn. Cut it back. Skip a day. Every other day, I want you to abstain from looking. It doesn't mean you got to abstain from touching. It just means that you've got to stop consuming the movies, all right? And what you're going to find is that you're going to feel better about yourself on the days that you don't. A lot of times we get into habits, we get into ruts. Dopamine, it's about giving your body a little break, your brain a little break from the dopamine, because that's what happens when you're consuming a lot of porn, right? This feedback loop gets all out of whack and your dopamine receptors are like, yo, what's going on? I need more, give me more. And I'm not saying that the movies or all the movies are like horrible and that you should never look. If you can consume responsibly, that's fine. But it does have a very addictive aspect to it that I want you to try to break. Every other day. If you want to watch today, then don't watch tomorrow. And instead, tomorrow, use the time that you would be spending looking at that to do something more productive. Whether or not it's going for a walk, whether or not it's taking a class over at Skillshare, whatever. Calling your mom, calling your grandma, it doesn't matter. Just do something different. The next easy thing that any one of you can do to be mentally stronger is make your bed first thing in the morning. The simple act of making your bed every day is something incredibly powerful that you can do that helps build mental strength and character. It's something that you are choosing to do. It's an action you're taking first thing in the morning that you are successful at doing, all right? And what happens when you set yourself up for success by starting with an accomplishment, you are going to be more prone to be more productive and accomplish more things later in the day. And the last easy thing that you can do to build mental strength is identify the negative self-talk and stop it. All right, a lot of times we get into our own heads, right? We'll talk to ourselves like, oh, damn, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I really effed that up, right? You've got to stop it. You've got to prevent yourself from going down the rabbit hole of self-destruction. You've got to identify those times when that little negative voice is talking, right? You got to punch his ass in the face and you got to stop it. If it means you need to remind yourself, yo, I'm awesome. Remember, you're awesome, gentlemen, because the truth is our thoughts oftentimes dictate our actions. And if you think you're not going to, if you think you're not good enough, you're not going to do it. But I know for a fact that you are amazing. So punch that little bastard in the face.